Guys, before we start off on the video, I wanted to give you a little update on our Fasterproms tuning school. We just completed our third school, Gen 3, Gen 4, beginner and intermediate with Hptuners, and it was absolutely awesome. Everybody got a lot of information. Everybody was very much information overwhelmed, and this is really geared towards those guys that really like the talk nerdy to me. So if this is something that you guys are interested in doing, learning about tuning, we're going to, in January, separate them up, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and we're also going to be able to cover some Gen 5 stuff very shortly thereafter. This 2-day course is $1,500 and it covers troubleshooting, diagnosis, using the scanner, using the editor, gives you a base library of files. We show you how to use those files, not only the whats, but the whys. We're trying to give you guys the tools to be able to tackle whatever is thrown at you. Now, let's enjoy the video. Well, this isn't exactly my dad's car. It's not the Legend, but this thing is so ridiculously sweet here. 87, 30th anniversary deal. And it is so clean, everything about it. Check out the houndstooth. It's got a supercharger, LT4 383. It's on a Holly. Should be a heck of a lot of fun. This thing is just so cool. It's like, to me, this is like perfect 90s, man. It's only got 40,000 miles too. I just looked at the odometer, I was blown away. Check this out here. Feeling pretty 90s?
Yeah.
All right, when's the last time you guys saw something that was this old, this nice, this clean?
This is by far super clean.
He said underneath it is just the same. He's like, it's just as clean underneath.
Yeah, it's supposed to have lights underneath it. You did a real nice job.
Yeah, racing stripes and the roll cage did it for me.
Yeah. The pinstripes. I can see lads doing this right here. Rolling the 90s rock and roll.
This is on a Holly Terminator X. Pretty sweet, got a flex fuel sensor. Pretty well set up car. Let me get this guy a data login. Start there. All right, first pull, not even a full pull, just giving it a good shake. That was 453. Again, this is a non-intercooled Paxton. So you got our data log here from our Terminator X. Maximum RPM on that, I want to say right about 50-50 right there. And air fuel is not bad. The boost right there, so 143 kPa, that's about 6 pounds. We're gonna make some more as we go up. We just wanted to start soft and see where we're at. So timing is definitely low, especially for E85. This is non-intercooled, but with the E85, that is going to give us a giant octane boost. Instead of 93, E85 is 107 octane, so we can definitely push that timing curve a lot farther than we would, normally. But the non-intercooled is basically one step forward, one step back. LTs run a lot of spark advance, so I mean, I think we're still going to end up probably at least with maybe 22, 23 degrees of timing. We got to see how much boost that makes. So we'll check the air temperatures. They weren't crazy high that time. I want to say it was like 130 something, but we'll make some revisions, tweak the fuel map a little bit more, and throw some more timing at it and see what it does. A nice feature about the Holly is that this is basically giving you a tracer of where everything was. And when we made our pull, it went like that. And we can see how much boost we made, exactly where the cells that we hit. And then when we let off, it went kind of like that. Reverted back to idle right there. When I have the activate overlay on there, it doesn't show you the smoothness amongst the graph, and I'm a huge fan of smoothing everything around everything else, because if you have big jagged areas here and there that are going to make a difference on the way that the thing actually feels. So this is a very nice smooth transition amongst everything. Definitely want that. When you don't have that, you got jagged areas up and down, you are actually going to feel that in the fuel map. It is going to be herky-jerky issues that you will notice in the seat of your pants. Doing our second pull right now here. Gonna watch her spark knock on our pull. Added about 2 degrees on the bottom end. Let's just see how she goes here. All right, so the tachometer was actually off. I thought it was turning at like 65, 6600, and that's only 5200. So we had that issue first of all.
And 462, huh?
Yeah, so we did make a little bit more, but
yeah,
we made a lot more here. But here's the problem is that we think that we have belt slipping because For one, that dropped a little bit of power and it did not gain any additional, even though it's only 200 RPM. So we're gonna go ahead and look at what we have there. So we're gonna address that, but when I got down under here, which as we were looking and talking about the bottom, it is definitely very clean. This blower though, this is basically the feed side to the blower, and then the blower goes up and exits you know, right into the throttle body here. So this is actually really, really small. So we have some restriction that we want to try and do something with a little later. We're gonna go ahead and try and tighten the belt first, which, I mean, it's fairly tight, but we think we can go quite a bit more because, again, it's not gaining the boost. And then at the end, I think we'll probably try and do something here, open that up and see if we can get a lot more out of it.
Racing straps on the roll bar, did it for Laz. I see it. Well, we tightened up the belt. Let's see what happens here. No other changes.
Made a lot more in the middle, and then it seems like it did still kind of choke a little bit up top. We did make 478, but we're having an issue making more power up top there. What was feeding the blower, which obviously that is maybe a 3-inch, and that is definitely smaller than a 3-inch. That looks like 2 3/4. So that's kind of crazy small. We have still a couple problems here. So we're actually dropping boost right up here. Now it looks like we made a bunch more there, and then it just kind of laid over. So we still think that we may be having belt slippage, but when we really look at this, that is incredibly small trying to feed the blower. So we're gonna address this, see if we can pick up some airflow, and then if we're still having belt slip, we'll get back to that. All right, round 4. Interestingly enough, right here, we were still at full throttle there. There's 150 kPa, so that's 7.5 pounds. But after 5,600 RPM, we were dropping boost like a rock right there. So we're gonna tighten up the belt a little bit more. Definitely on the right track. All right, so we tightened up the belt again. This thing should make a little bit more. We took off the front of the blower. You can really hear the thing screaming a lot more, so let's do it. Got 509 out of there. I think we're actually slipping the clutch a little bit on this thing. All right, guys, I moved this timing curve, shifted it up a little bit more. I've just been really apprehensive because we don't have an intercooler on this thing. I'm trying to just take it very cautiously, step by step. So we're slowly adding a little bit more timing through, and the power has made little bits and jumps all the way through. So let's try this again here. All right, well, we picked up 90 wheel horsepower, but we're still having a problem. We've gone through a number of different things mechanically, and we cannot seem to find it at the moment. So they're actually gonna do a couple of things, improve the setup, and then we're gonna go ahead and meet again. But let's look at this real quick. We had a coupler coming off the bottom of the blower right there to where the blow-off valve is. We checked the blow-off valve, that was not the problem. Tighten that coupler, tighten that coupler, tighten that coupler, don't know what else is going on. We redid the PCV system, and we still made 543, but again, you can see right there, that's actually about 5,300 RPM, no matter what it drops off. And we cannot seem to remedy that. We also are having a little bit of a clutch slip early on. We're gonna address that guy, but Jim and his son are gonna go ahead and work this out. But honestly, an awesome, beautiful car. It's really rare that you see an LT make anywhere over 500 horse, even with forced induction. But man, beautiful car, well done, Jim. We're gonna meet these guys again, and then but we're gonna go for a quick little test drive.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah, driving-wise, it feels smooth.
Yeah.
Actually, it feels smoother than it did on the dyno. But yeah, as we can see, our air temperature right there, that would be a lot lower if we could just get the intercooler on that.
Okay.
really torquey. I mean, it feels good.
Feels good. Yeah, that's much better than what it was. I'm telling you, he'll be happy.
Well, heck yeah, another win.
At least that is pulling, you know.
Wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little segment where I've been talking nerdy to you. The Holly is something else that we're also looking at doing, as well as possibly some diesel tuning. But those are some future possible growing segments to the Fasterproms Tuning School. Please express your interest in the comments. You can always DM me through Instagram, check out at Fasterproms, as well as through my phone number, which I have listed here. So our tuning school dates in January are going to be the 15th and 16th, the 20th, 21st, and the 25th and 26th. So hopefully I can see some of you guys there. That would be absolutely awesome. If you or a buddy is interested in doing any tuning, I've already gotten a number of people that have gotten into this school through referrals, and they have been absolutely knocked their socks off with the amount of information that they cover and helping the understanding of how this whole concept and engine theory and all this other type of thing works. So it's an awesome season, best time of the year for sure. It never hurts to err on the side of mercy. So God bless you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.